Jamaica's most powerful politicians are battling over a law that could silence them all. Is this gag clause protecting corruption or exposing it? Hey, patriotic internet friends and family, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're diving into a heated battle between the Integrity Commission and a government lawmaker over Jamaica's gag clause. Can politicians under investigation spill their secrets, or must they stay silent? What happens when two powerful figures, Gag Christie and Pearnel Charles Jr., clash over this controversial law? Stick around to find out who's right, who's wrong, and what this could mean for Jamaica's anti-corruption efforts. You won't want to miss this political showdown. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more juicy updates on Jamaican politics. Welcome all patriotic Jamaicans. The movement continues. Make we get into it now. Let's kick it off. The Gag Clause drama. Integrity Commission versus Pearnel Charles Jr. Ah, yes. The Jamaican Parliament, a place of policy, debate, and high-stakes drama. Today's saga, the Gag Clause Conundrum. Can public officials spill their beans when they're under investigation, or must they stay silent? Let's dive into the epic clash between the Integrity Commission and one feisty lawmaker, Pearnel Charles Jr. It all went down when members of the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee and the anti-corruption body throwing jabs over Section 53.3, better known as the infamous Gag Clause. But wait, is this Gag Clause protecting those under investigation, or is it tying their tongues and sparking chaos? Let's find out in just a bit. The debate heats up. It all began when Julian Robinson, committee member and proud instigator, threw a question at Integrity Commission Chairman, retired Justice Seymour Panton. Robinson was dying to know, can a public official who's under investigation speak out about it? Panton, sipping metaphorical tea, replied, "In my opinion, a declarant can always speak about his or her situation at any time. That is my view of the law." But Panton wasn't done. He threw in a humble disclaimer, saying, "I think I am right, but it doesn't mean I am actually right." Classic judicial move. Enter Pearnel Charles Jr. The clash begins. Enter Pearnel Charles Jr., government lawmaker and self-appointed defender of legal clarity. He demanded an interpretation from none other than Gag Christie, the executive director of the Integrity Commission. And what followed was a verbal sparring match for the ages. Charles Jr., tell me, Mr. Gag Christie, is a public official under investigation restricted by this law from speaking in public? Christie wasn't having it. He coolly deflected the question, saying it was Parliament's job to fix messy laws, not the Commission's responsibility to interpret them. Christie, that hat can't be placed on the Integrity Commission's head. But Charles Jr. wasn't letting go. Oh no, he pressed harder. He accused Christie of dodging the question, daring him to give a straight answer. Christie countered with lawyer-like finesse, questioning what the Gag Clause was even meant to address in the first place. Was it to silence everyone or just the Commission? Christie further went on to say, was the mischief intended to deal with members of the Commission speaking about the matter while it was under investigation, or does it extend to the person who is the subject of the matter? Is he too prohibited from speaking? Christie then backed Panton's interpretation, because two heads are better than one, right? He concluded that the chairman was correct in assuming that the Gag Clause didn't apply to the person being investigated. But the question remains, why have the Gag Clause in the first place? What mischief was it really trying to stop? Stay tuned for the final verdict. the politicians' power play. Things got even juicier when Philip Paulwell stepped into the fray, reminding everyone that lawmakers had good intentions when they crafted the Integrity Commission Act. The Gag Clause, it was designed to protect the privacy of those under investigation. But, plot twist, the person under scrutiny can waive that secrecy anytime they want. Paulwell continued. Paulwell, the individual being investigated, can waive that secrecy anytime by saying, "I am being investigated and here are the facts." So there you have it. Even the folks who created the law are saying, yeah, you can talk if you want. But Charles Jr. still wasn't convinced. He pressed Christie again for an answer. Charles Jr., it is so hard to give an interpretation. And the debate rages on. One thing's for sure, the Gag Clause has stirred up a hornet's nest of legal ambiguity, and it's not going away anytime soon. The big picture. With the Gag Clause still shrouded in mystery, we can't help but wonder what other murky laws are lurking in the shadows of Jamaica's legal system. Will Parliament fix this mess? Or will politicians and anti-corruption agencies keep butting heads? Here's a summary of the key takeaways. 1. Section 53(3), the Gag Clause prevents anyone, including the Integrity Commission, from making public statements about ongoing investigations. 2. Chairman Panton versus Pearnel Charles Jr. Panton believes the person under investigation can speak publicly, while Charles Jr. challenges this interpretation. 3. Greg Christie's take. It's up to Parliament to fix legal ambiguities, not the Integrity Commission. 4. Philip Paulwell's insight. The Gag Clause is about protecting privacy, but the person under investigation can waive that right. So what do you think? Should public officials be allowed to speak out while under investigation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss our next video where we uncover more political drama in Jamaica. See you next time. Like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into Jamaica's political firestorms. Here are some questions that you might have about the topic, along with answers to address your concerns. Question number 1. Is the Gag Clause just protecting corrupt officials? Answer. The Gag Clause was designed to protect privacy during investigations, but critics argue that it's being used as a shield to prevent accountability. The debate is whether officials under investigations should have the right to speak publicly. Question number 2. Why can't the Integrity Commission just clarify the law themselves? Answer. The Integrity Commission is bound by the law, and any flaws or ambiguities in the law need to be addressed by Parliament. The Commission's job is to follow the rules as written, not to interpret or rewrite them. Question number 3. Why does it matter if public officials speak about their investigation? Answer. Allowing public officials to speak could promote transparency, but it also risks undermining investigations or influencing public perception before the facts are fully known. It's a fine line between openness and protecting the integrity of investigations. Question number 4. Is the Gag Clause being misused to hide information from the public? Answer. While some fear it could be misused, others argue that it serves as a valid purpose to ensure investigations aren't compromised or turned into public spectacles before the facts are clear. Question number 5. Can Parliament fix this confusion about the Gag Clause? Answer. Yes, Parliament has the power to amend the Integrity Commission Act to clarify the Gag Clause. The current debate is whether lawmakers will step up and provide clearer rules to prevent future confusion. Question number 6. What does this mean for anti-corruption efforts in Jamaica? Answer. The controversy highlights the tension between maintaining privacy in investigations and ensuring transparency in governance. How this issue is resolved could either strengthen or weaken public trust in Jamaica's fight against corruption. I hope these questions address any potential confusion, frustration, and curiosity and help you to stay more informed with this ongoing saga. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for more videos like this. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more. Can any one of my learned, patriotic internet friends and family help me understand clearly the purpose of Pearnel Charles Jr. line of questioning aimed at Gag Christie? Remember that Pearnel Charles Jr. is a government lawmaker, so he's basically demanding an interpretation from Gag Christie about the Integrity Commission Act, about the Gag Clause that falls under the Integrity Commission Act that was written by said lawmakers. Charles Jr. already knew the answer to the question where I asked Gag Christie. Is a public official under investigation restricted by this law from speaking in public? You see me? So that I question where he press Gag Christie on, which he already know the answer to because he's a lawmaker. So whether or not the Gag Clause which fall under the Integrity Commission Act comes with any form of ambiguity, that's for the parliamentarians to fix that issue within the law and amend the law, rewrite the law. It's not the job or the responsibility of the Integrity Commission to interpret any such laws. The Integrity Commission have to follow the guidelines of the laws that are written by said lawmakers like Charles Jr. So me just try to understand where Pearnel Charles I go with all of this, cause him say I seek clarity. And even when Charles Jr. think he did apply pressure and he have Gag Christie on a rope, Gag Christie have a counter with a response and make you know say, you pressing me about the Gag Clause, questioning what the Gag Clause was even meant to address in the first place. Was it to silence everyone or just to silence the Integrity Commission? And this is a no-brainer. The Gag Clause was meant to silence the Integrity Commission. Politicians only write laws to protect themselves and their rich friends. So they knew what they were doing when they were writing the Integrity Commission Act and the Gag Clause. So it would seem, and I might be wrong here, that the Gag Clause was intended to deal with members of the Integrity Commission speaking about matters under investigation, or does it extend to the person who is the subject of said investigation? Are they too prohibited from speaking? You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that the Gag Clause didn't apply to the person who is being investigated. So it's very clear what the real purpose of the Gag Clause is in the first place. Because them said them put, the lawmakers say the Gag Clause was put in place to prevent or try to stop mischief. So which mischief is that? Now when they say mischief, then basically I make you know say we cannot allow the Integrity Commission to come public with certain information on someone who is being investigated. So the Gag Clause would protect. You keep on hearing about the illicit 8. How much of the 8 names we know so far? That has been made public by the Integrity Commission. So that's the Gag Clause in full effect. I'm not even sure if PM Holness and Michael Phillips is a part of the illicit 8. Up to now, me still don't know who is the rest of that said illicit 8. So me can assume, I will not assume, say both Holness and Phillips is a part of the 8 cause I don't know. Me still a watch all of this unravel with everybody else. And I am not the one who are going to come out and cast certain allegations just wildly and openly. But what I do know about the illicit 8, last I checked, it was 5 PMP and 3 JLP under investigation. But as it relates to names and who them be, that Me never see that get disclosed in the paper when me did read. Philip Paulwell had to even step in to basically set the record straight and remind everyone that the lawmakers had quote-unquote good intention when they did craft the Integrity Commission Act, the Gag Clause. Paulwell even further explained it was designed to protect privacy of those under investigation. Paulwell said the person under investigation who is under scrutiny can waive that secrecy at any time they want. So, that. And Charles Jr. know all of that. He's not stupid. That's why I did try to figure out why I press Christie so much when he already know the answer to the question when I press Christie pan. So the individual who is being investigated can waive the secrecy at any time by saying, I am being investigated and here are the facts. It is that simple. So even Paulwell, who helped created this law, I make you know say, the person who is being investigated, yeah, you can talk if you want. The Gag Clause drama, or Jamaican politicians hiding corruption. Jamaica's biggest political battle. Who's afraid of the Gag Clause? Are politicians using the Gag Clause to cover up scandals? Is Jamaica's Gag Clause keeping you in the dark about corruption? Can politicians really be silenced? The Gag Clause controversy explained what the government doesn't want you to know about the Integrity Commission's Gag Clause. Why are Jamaican politicians fighting over this controversial law? Can the Integrity Commission really silence politicians? What's Jamaica's Gag Clause hiding from the public? Can this law stop corruption in Jamaica? Or is it just a cover-up? Are Jamaican politicians using the Gag Clause to keep you in the dark? Who benefits from Jamaica's Gag Clause? The public or the politicians? If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that notification bell. See you in the next one. One love, Jamaica.